Good morning, everyone. Myself, Swati, working as assistant professor in CSC department, Annamacharya University. Now, I am going to explain about waterfall model, which comes under software engineering. Before entering into the topic, I want to define what is software engineering. A systematic collection of good program development practices and techniques. This is the definition of software engineering. We can also define software engineering as an engineering approach to develop software. These are the contents. First of all, I want to explain about SDLC and then what is waterfall model and then diagram, phases, advantages, disadvantages, when to use a waterfall model, and finally, what are the real-time applications of waterfall model. While coming to SDLC, SDLC stands for Software Development Life Cycle. This SDLC represents the series of identifiable stages through which it evolves during its lifetime. Here in SDLC, software starts with the customer needs or else customer requests and finally ends with the maintenance. This ensures quality software within time and budget. We have different software development lifecycle models such as waterfall model, agile model, spiral model, V model, etc. While coming to waterfall model, this waterfall model was introduced in 1970 by Royce and is one of the earliest software development model. It is also termed as a linear sequential model used in software development life cycle. The development process in waterfall model is divided into well-defined phases. Each phase must be completed fully before moving to the next phase. The output of one phase serves as the input for the next phase. This is the diagram related to waterfall model. Waterfall model starts with a feasibility study and then requirement analysis and specification, designing, coding and unit testing, integration and system testing, and finally ends with maintenance. Here, first of all, I want to discuss about feasibility study. Feasibility study is a systematic evaluation carried out to determine whether a proposed project or system is practical, viable, and worth implementing. In feasibility study, we have three types. One is technical feasibility, second one is operational feasibility, and third one is economic feasibility. While coming to the first feasibility, that is technical feasibility, this aspect assess whether the proposed software project is technically possible with the available technology, resources, and expertise. And the second one is operational feasibility. It evaluates whether the software will fit smoothly into organization's existing process and whether user can adopt it or not. And last, it is the feasibility study called economic feasibility study. This part of study focuses on the financial aspects of the project. It includes a cost benefit analysis to determine if a project is economically viable. Before the requirement analysis and specification, this feasibility study is compulsory. While coming to phases of waterfall model, these are the phases of waterfall model. Requirement analysis, system design, implementation, testing, deployment, and finally maintenance. While coming to requirement analysis, in this phase, customer requirements are collected and analyzed. All the requirements which have been collected from the user are documented in SRS. This SRS stands for Requirement Software Requirements Specification. This acts as an agreement between the user and the company. Next phase is system design. The design phase converts software requirements into a detailed blueprint for development. It defines system architecture, data flow, modules, and interfaces to guide implementation. The overall system architecture and detailed design are prepared at this phase. Then comes to implementation. In this phase, actual coding of the software is done. Developers write code based on the design specifications. If the design is function oriented, then the developer must use a procedure oriented language. If the design is based on object orientation, then the developer must use Java, C++ languages. The programming languages and tools are selected. In addition to this, in the implementation phase itself, basic unit testing is also performed by the developer. While coming to integration and testing, all developed modules are integrated into a complete system. The system is tested to identify errors and defects. Different types of testing which we are going to perform here is unit testing, integration testing, and system testing. All these testings ensure the software meets requirements. And the next phase is deployment. Whenever the software has been completely developed, then the software is going to installed in the client environment. Along with that, users are trained and the system goes live. While coming to maintenance phase, here bug fixation may be there, performance improvement along with the updates. These are all done after deployment only. While coming to advantages, this model is simple and easy to understand. This is easy to manage and track progress. Suitable for small and medium scaled projects, this waterfall model works well when requirements are stable. While coming to disadvantages, changes or difficulty to implement here. No customer involvement after requirements phase. Here the users or the customers is going to involve in requirements phase itself. Not suitable for dynamic projects. Testing is done late in this process. Here, when we use waterfall model, when requirements are clearly defined, whenever the projects are short-term projects and the technology is also well known and the project is having a fixed scope, then it is better to use waterfall model. These are some of the real-time applications where waterfall model has been used. One is banking system, government projects. We can also use waterfall model in embedded systems. Finally, what I want to conclude is waterfall model is a traditional SDLC model with a structured approach. It is easy to understand and manage but lacks flexibility. Through modern models are more popular, waterfall is still usable in specific scenarios where requirements are stable. Thank you.